पूजा मंडपे आस। जय लुहा झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे चरण धौत पाई। लुहा झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे चरण धौत पाई। मन जली गला विदान नियारे तुम गमन चाही। मन जली गला विदान नियारे तुम गमन चाही। लुह झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे चरण धौत पाई। चरण धौत पाई। मन खुली किछि कही त पारे न बोली। मन खुली किछि कही त पारे न बोली। मने पंचिल की तुमको जाइछि भूली। मने पंचिल की तुमको जाइछि भूली। किछि भूली बार छवि रूपर सारा मो जीवन पाई। किछि भूली बार छवि रूपर सारा मो जीवन पाई। मन कोड़े नीति निरेखुथिबि मुदा आखि तले चाही। मन कोड़े नीति निरेखुथिबि मुदा आखि तले चाही। मुदा आखि तले चाही। लुहा झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे चरण धौत पाई। चरण धौत पाई। सारा दुनिया रे केत दिसे सुंदर। सारा दुनिया रे केत दिसे सुंदर। तुम्हें समधुर सुंदर आखिरे मोरा। तुम्हें समधुर सुंदर आखिरे मोरा। तुम्हें जीवे प्रिय हसी देखा दिया गोपन मोर मिरही। तुम्हें जीवे प्रिय हसी देखा दिया गोपन मोर मिरही। शिशिर मधुर झुरी अनिबार तनु मन सिहराई। शिशिर मधुर झुरी अनिबार तनु मन सिहराई। तनु मन सिहराई। लुहा झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे चरण धौत पाई। चरण धौत पाई। मन जली गला वेदना नियारे तुम आगमन चाहिए, तुम आगमन चाहिए। शुभ शंख बाजे मंदिरे तब आजी, शुभ शंख बाजे मंदिरे तब आजी। हे नाम वंदन नवरचन राजी, हे नाम वंदन नवरचन राजी। पलकर प्रीति पुलकर ताती, खेली जाऊ तनु छुई। पलकर प्रीति पुलकर ताती, खेली जाऊ तनु छुई। जीवन फूल मो फुटी लुटी पड़ू, से चारु चरण चाही। जीवन फूल मो फुटी लुटी पड़ू, से चारु चरण चाही। से चारु चरण चाही। लुह झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे, चरण धौत पाई। चरण धौत पाई। मन जली गला विदान नियारे, तुम आगमन चाहिए, तुम आगमन चाहिए। लुह झरी गला आखिरे आखिरे, चरण धौत पाई। चरण धौत पाई। चरण धौत पाई। सुंदर चिर सुंदर तुमी, सुंदर प्रिय मोरा। सुंदर चिर सुंदर तुमी, सुंदर प्रिय मोरा।
भवबंधन मोचन पूज्यवर, गुणहीन सगुणाधिपति। भवभीरु जाने सततं वरदं, प्रणमामि गुरुं शिवकल्पतरुं। प्रणमामि गुरुं शिवकल्पतरुं।
प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ चाहते चरण साते की रक्त कमला चाहते चरण साते की रक्त कमला फूटी छी पाखुड़ा मेली फूटी छी पाखुड़ा मेली পদেশির লোটু থাউ ফুটিছি পাখুড়া মেলি পদেশির লোটু থাউ প্রভু সম কাম নিয়া নাহি আউ प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ प्रभु अंग गंधा महकाई जाऊ प्रभु अंग गंधा महकाई जाऊ वो मन भ्रमर वो मन भ्रमर क्षण रे मजिरहु वो मन भ्रमर क्षण रे मजिरहु प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ गढ़ी छिके बिंधानी केते दिवस जामी गढ़ी छिके बिंधानी केते दिवस जामिनी आखि तारा लाखी जाए आखि तारा लाखी जाए थरे मात्र चाहू चाहू आखि तारा लाखी जाए थरे मात्र चाहू चाहू प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ भक्त रंकानी थिंकी हृदय पद्मे बसंती भक्त रंकानी थिंकी हृदय पद्मे बसंती फूटम ताका मना करी फूटम ताका मना करी जीवन थाऊ थाऊ फूटम ताका मना करी जीवन थाऊ थाऊ प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ प्रभु सम काम निया नाही आऊ बंधु छी चरण बेनी भक्ति पुष्पांजलि छेनी बंधु छी चरण ঘৃণা কর মহাবাহু নিবেদুছি পদ তলে ঘৃণা কর মহাবাহু প্রভু সমকম নিয়া নাহি আউ প্রভু সমকম নিয়া নাহি আউ অনুপম রূপ কান্তি অনুপম রূপ কান্তি দিশে কেড়ে দাও দাও অনুপম রূপ কান্তি দিশে কেড়ে দাও দাও প্রভু সমকম নিয়া নাহি আউ প্রভু সমকম নিয়া নাহি আউ। জয়
ଗୁରୁ ମା ଶୁଭା ଯାଉଛି ଶୁଣାଯାଉଛି?
ହଁ ଶୁଣା ଯାଉଛି କରନ୍ତୁ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁମା ଲାଇନରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି?
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ ଶୁଣାଯାଉଛି?
ହଁ ଶୁଣାଯାଉଛି ପଢନ୍ତୁ।
ମୁଁ ଠାକୁର ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ନିବାନନ୍ଦ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ ଦେବଙ୍କୁ
ମୁଁ ଠାକୁର ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ନିଗମାନନ୍ଦ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ ଦେବଙ୍କୁ
ଏକମାତ୍ର ଗୁରୁ ଏବଂ ଇଷ୍ଟ ରୂପେ ବରଣ କରିଅଛି
ଏକମାତ୍ର ଗୁରୁ ଏବଂ ଇଷ୍ଟ ରୂପେ ବରଣ କରିଅଛି
ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରଦତ୍ତ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ସିଦ୍ଧମନ୍ତ୍ର ଗ୍ରହଣ କରି
ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରଦତ୍ତ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ସିଦ୍ଧମନ୍ତ୍ର ଗ୍ରହଣ କରି
ନୀଳାଚଳ ସାରସ୍ୱତ ସଂଘ ପୁରୀଙ୍କ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶରେ
ନୀଳାଚଳ ସାରସ୍ୱତ ସଂଘ ପୁରୀଙ୍କ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶରେ
ପରିଚାଳିତ ହେବା ପାଇଁ ସ୍ୱୀକୃତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରୁଅଛି।
ପରିଚାଳିତ ହେବା ପାଇଁ ସ୍ୱୀକୃତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରୁଅଛି।
ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ବାଣୀ ବତ୍ସ ମୁଁ ସଦ୍ଗୁରୁ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଜଗଦୁର୍ମୟ ରାଜ୍ୟ ଉଠିଛି। ତୁମମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୁକ୍ତି ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରାଇବା ହିଁ ମୋର କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ। ଯେଉଁମାନେ ମୋ ଉପରେ ନିର୍ଭର କରି ବସିଛ ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ହାତ ଧରି ମୁକ୍ତାଙ୍କୁ ନେଇଯିବି। ମୋ ଠାକୁର ସଦ୍ଗୁରୁ ଏତିକି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଥିବା ଆବଶ୍ୟକ। ମା ମାନଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ଉପଦେଶ ମା ମାତୃତ୍ୱରେ ହୃଦୟ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ କର ପ୍ରମାଣିତ ଶୈତାନ ଉଦ୍ଦିଷ୍ଟ ସୁତରାଂ ଜନନୀତ ବ୍ୟତୀତ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ପବିତ୍ର ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଅନ୍ୟ କାହାରି ନୟନ ଗୋଚର ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ସେ ସର୍ବତ୍ର ବିଦ୍ୱାନ କିନ୍ତୁ ଭକ୍ତର ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ଅବସ୍ଥା ନା ଆସିବା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ ସମ୍ମୁଖକୁ ଆସି ଦର୍ଶନ ଦାନ କରନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ। ସେ ସଂସାର ବନ୍ଧୀରେ ଭକ୍ତକୁ ଜଳାଇ ପୋଡ଼ାଇ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ କରିନିଅନ୍ତି। ମୁଁ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରୁଛି ଏହି ମାତୃତ୍ୱରେ ପ୍ରଥିତ ହୁଅ ଏବଂ ଚିରଦିନ ନିମନ୍ତେ ସେହି ମାତୃତ୍ୱରେ ବିଲୀନ ହୁଅ। ତୁମେମାନେ ମୋର ଅନ୍ତରଙ୍ଗ ଭକ୍ତ ସୁତରାଂ ତୁମେମାନେ ସଂସାର ତାପରେ ତାପିତ ହୋଇ ଅଶାନ୍ତି ମଧ୍ୟରେ ଥାଇ ଗୋମାତା ଆବର୍ଜନ କରିବ କିଏ? ଭଗବାନ ଆଉ କେହି ଯେ ପରୀକ୍ଷା ଦେଇପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ମୁଖରେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ନୟମ ଶ୍ରବଣ କାତର। ଏ ସଂସାର ମାୟାର ଘର ଅଜ୍ଞାନତାର ମୋହିନୀ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ତେଣୁ ସୁଖ ଯେ ବାହାରେ ନାହିଁ ଅଛି ନିଜ ଅନ୍ତରରେ ସୁଖ ଭୋଗରେ ନାହିଁ ଅଛି କେବଳ ତ୍ୟାଗରେ ଯୁଗରେ ବାହ୍ୟ ବିଷୟ ସଂସ୍ପର୍ଶରେ ଯେଉଁ ସୁଖ ଆସକ୍ତି ପାପ କରୁଛି ମନ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱରୂପ ଉପଲବ୍ଧି ହିଁ ପ୍ରକୃତ ନିର୍ମଳ ପବିତ୍ର ସୁଖ। ସେ ମନ ପ୍ରାଣ ପବିତ୍ର କରି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ଶିବଙ୍କ ନାମକୁ ଚିନ୍ତା କର ଓ ମୁଖରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଜୟ ଉଚ୍ଚାରଣ କର। ଯେତେ ପରିମାଣରେ ଚିତ୍ତ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଧ୍ୟାନ କରିବ ସେତେ ପରିମାଣରେ ତୁମେ ନିର୍ମଳ ସୁଖ ଅନୁଭବ କରିପାରିବ। ସେତେବେଳେ ବାହିକ ସୁଖ ଦୁଃଖରେ କିମ୍ବା ଲୋକଙ୍କ କଥାରେ ମନ ବିଚଳିତ ହେବ ନାହିଁ ଓ ସାଂସାରିକ ଘାତ ପ୍ରତିଘାତରେ ଅଶାନ୍ତି ଭୋଗ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ନାହିଁ। ଏହା ବ୍ୟତୀତ ସତ୍ୟାବର ଅନ୍ୟ ପନ୍ଥା ନାହିଁ। ଉଦ୍ୟୋଗ ନ୍ୟାୟଙ୍କୁ ଭଗବତ ଜ୍ଞାନରେ ସୁଖାଇଶାନଙ୍କ ଯତ୍ନ ନିଅ। ଗୁରୁଜନଙ୍କର ଅବାଧ୍ୟ ହୁଅ ନାହିଁ, ଯଥାସାଧ୍ୟ ଦିନ ଦେଖରେ ଉପକାର କର, ଆଚାର ଲଙ୍ଘନ କର ନାହିଁ। ମା ତୁମେ ବାହାର ବିଷୟରେ ସୁଖ ଆଶା ତ୍ୟାଗ କରି ଅନ୍ତର ପ୍ରଦେଶ ଉଡ଼ିଯାଇ ମୋତେ ଖୋଜିରେ ଦେଖିବ। ମୁଁ ଜଗଜନନୀକୁ କୋଳରେ ଧରି ତୁମ ହୃଦୟ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ କରି ବସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ହେଇଥିବ ସମସ୍ତ ଦୂର ହେବ। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ସର୍ବସ୍ୱ ସମର୍ପଣ କରି ସର୍ବାନ୍ତକରଣରେ ତାଙ୍କ ନାମ ଉଚ୍ଚାରଣ କରିଯାଅ। ସେ ବାହାରେ ମୋର ଦର୍ଶନ ପରେ ତୁମର କିଛି କ୍ଷତି ହେବନି। ମାଇକ ବିଷୟ ମାତ୍ରକେ ମାଇକ ବୋଲି ଜାଣିବ। ତୁମେ ଅନ୍ତରରେ ଦର୍ଶନ କରିବାକୁ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କର। ବାହାରେ ଦେହ ଏକାଠି କରିବ ଓ ଅନ୍ତର ତାଙ୍କୁ ଧରି ରଖିବ। ମା ମୁଁ ଦେହସ୍ଥା ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ତୁମର ହୃଦୟ ତୋଳି ଚିନ୍ତା କର, ଦୂରତ୍ୱର ବ୍ୟବଧାନ ପହଞ୍ଚିଯିବ। ମା ତୁମେ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ତୁମ ଦର୍ଶନ କରିବାକୁ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କର। ମନେ କରିବ ତୁମର ସ୍ୱାମୀ ଜଗତ ସ୍ୱାମୀ। ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ତ ଶିଷ୍ୟା ତୁମ ହତାହତ ଅନ୍ୟ କିଛି ନୁହେଁ। ଏତିକି ଭାବରେ ରାଜ୍ୟ ସହିତ ହୋଇଯିବ। କାରଣ ଅଫୁରନ୍ତ ଆନନ୍ଦ ସହିତ ପ୍ରବାହିତ ହେବ। ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରୁଛି ଯେ ସେଇ ଭାବରେ ଅଧିକାରୀ ହେବ। ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କୁ ଗୁରୁ ବ୍ରହ୍ମ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ହିଁ ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କର ଗୁରୁ। ଏମନ ଦରକାର ତାଙ୍କ ଆଦର୍ଶ ପାଳନ ଓ ତାଙ୍କର ସେବା ହିଁ ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କ ପରମ ଧର୍ମ। ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କୁ ଗୁରୁ ବ୍ରହ୍ମ କରି ଭଗବତ ନିର୍ବର୍ତ୍ତ ରକ୍ଷା କରିପାରିଲେ ହିଁ ଏଥର ସାର୍ଥକ ହେବ। ବିଭିନ୍ନ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ସେବା ଓ ସନ୍ତାନ ସ୍ୱଧର୍ମ ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କର ସାଧନ ଭଜନ ସଂକଳ୍ପ। ସୁତରାଂ ସର୍ବଦା ଗୁରୁନାମ ଜପ କରି ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କରିବ। ଅଥବା ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କୁ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ଏବଂ ବିଧବା ନାରୀମାନେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କୁ ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବେ। ଅନ୍ୟଥା ଧର୍ମ ଆଉ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡ଼ି ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ଚିନ୍ତା କରି ସେଥିରେ ବିନ୍ଦୁ ମା ଏ ଜଗତରେ ରାଜନୈତିକ ବିବାହ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱଭାବ ଅଭାବ ଭାବରେ ଯଦି ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱ ନ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କାହାରି ଆଉ ଦୂର ହେବନି। ମା ତ ଏଇ ଜଗତକୁ ସୁଖ ଏବଂ ଶିକ୍ଷା କର ସକଳ ମିଳିଯିବ।
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। जय विश्वपति शिवस्वरूप हे। जय विश्वपति शिवस्वरूप हे। दाई चंद्र रूप हे। परमानंद दाई चंद्र रूप हे। जय शांत दास जगताईश्वर। जय जय सकल विबुध आश्रय हे। जय सकल विबुध आश्रय हे। जय ब्रह्म स्वरूप सदा हे। नमस्य हृदयखलु जय स्वामी पंच प्राणाधीश्वर जय स्वामी पंच प्राणाधीश्वर जय नयन तारका ज्ञानधार जय नयन तारका ज्ञानधार जगत्पति येन मोर नमस्कार जगत्पति येन मोर नमस्कार जय पत्नीयानन्द प्रदाय पथि जय पत्नीयानन्द प्रदाय पथि तुमे ब्रह्म शिव लोकपालक हे तुमे ब्रह्म शिव लोकपालक हे पति ब्रह्म स्वरूप निर्गुणाधार पति ब्रह्म स्वरूप निर्गुणाधार जगत्पति दीन नमस्कार जगत्पति दीन नमस्कार जय भुवन मोहन पूर्णेन्दु जय भुवन मोहन पूर्णेन्दु जय पत्नी प्राणाधिकदय सिन्धु जय पत्नी प्राणाधिकदय सिन्धु दासी सर्वदशनाथ क्षमा कर दासी सर्वदशनाथ क्षमा कर तव पद कन्दे कोटि नमस्कार 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 तव पद कन्दे कोटि नमस्कार
जय गुरु माँ को पढ़ुची सद्गुरु स्वामी निर्वानंद उपदेशामृत पेज 60 sadhana as per one's inclination. Due to religious intolerance, we have indeed become beasts in human form. Hatred can never generate peace and serenity. Therefore, it is our foremost duty to find out ways and means to wipe out completely such religious intolerance and hatred from our hearts. Ramakrishna Deva has evidently accomplished the religious harmony in his sacred advice, Yato Mata Tato Patha, means as many views, as many paths. My path of sadhana is true and all others are spurious and defective. On the basis of such prejudice, one should not speak ill of others. Since he was a great sadhaka, he realized its essence and brought about religious harmony. One's spiritual desire is fulfilled according to the religious practices followed by him. It is highly essential to establish this truth in the present age of religious revolution. In this truth, if this truth is not firmly rooted in our life, it will never do good to anyone. Do not adulterate and vitiate religions in the name of religious harmony by cooking a mixture of the Hindus, the Muslims, and the Christians to bring them together. Don't be swindled by the artful oratory of the preachers. One should perform sadhana as per one's inclination and attain fulfillment. One should not, at any other's persuasion, quit his own path and accept others. On respecting other religions without abusing any religion or pointing out anybody's defects, without stealing the bhavas and ideas of others, one on performing sadhana as per his own bhava will ultimately arrive at the same truth because all religions are true. It is indeed religious harmony. On the other hand, religious adultery is accomplished if the philosophy of respective religion is demolished to establish one religion. No religious seeker should forget it. Let every individual on the path of religion realize this truth and spend the rest of life in comfort, peace, and bliss. Jai Guru.
जय गुरु। नेटवर्क सारस्वत पुरी, अमेरिका सारस्वत संघ 760th संघ पूजा विवरणी। डेट 28 March 2021। पाया नैतिक एंड देवोभाई। टाइम 7:15 AM to 11:50 AM Eastern Time। Attendance: the link to the attendance sheet is available to AMSA website। Adhivasa Puja report on 27th March 2021. Adhivasa Puja was held at Nigama Smriti Mandira on 27th March 2021 at 7 PM. Morning Puja report 7:15 to 8:45 PM. The morning session of the puja started at 7:15 AM with Pratiksha song Momana Mandire Puja Mandapare Vijay Sri Hari by Linama and Asa Asa Rasaraj Rasa Bihari by Smita Baima. During this time, all the devotees joined the puja either at NSM via teleconference or via NSM live streaming. Then Sanjit Bhai offered Mangala Arati to Sri Sri Thakura at NSM, followed by Bandana, Bande Sri Guru Charana and Shrota Bandana by Vrindavan Bhai. After Shrota Bandana, Gyana Bhai read the Parichay Patra, followed by the special Prathana for relief from COVID pandemic, as well as Samrani and Asana Mandira Nitya Puja Prathana. Then Sanjit Bhai read Sangha Stavaka 20th edition 4th part, Bandana Prathana Prathana Karinga Prati. From Sangha Sevaka, it was discussed that Sansara Asankhya Dondha Bhavare Purana. ए जगत रे भल सहित मंद और मंद सहित भल मिसिकरी अछि। योगी ज्ञानी और भक्ति माने द्वंद्व रहित होई भगवत प्राप्ति होई थांती। Swapneshwar Bhai read Sri Sri Guru Gita sloka number 33. Then Deva Bhai invited Sri Sri Thakur Maharaj for Bhoga, for Balya Bhoga, and invited Sri Sri Thakur Maharaj, Bhai, Maj and young aspirants to attend the second session. The first session concluded with Joy Guru Namakirtana. After the first session, Balya Bhoga was offered to Sri Sri Thakur. Then Bhai, Maj and young aspirants accepted the prasada. Second puja report, 9:45 to 11:45 a.m. The second session of the puja started at 9:45 a.m. with Avahana Gyana Bhai Miluma and Brindana Bhai with Sangita Naramo Kharare Dhara Parasare Futi Achi Bauda and Samanagara He Samanagara respectively. This was followed by Pranama Gyana and opening of the asana. The Shubhendu Bhai sang the Vandana Kolapara Kapalare Devi Gorakha Bindu Mathare Mathara Chura. After that, Gyana Bhai read Nigama Upadesa chapter Unity in Diversity, page number 57 to 58, which is followed by minutes of the Lord Sangha Puja by Vijay Bhai. Then Jagannath Bhai joined the Sangha Puja from Orissa and led the discussion. During the discussion, Bhai explained, Jagannath Bhai joined the Puja from Orissa and led the discussion. During the discussion, Bhai explained, Bhola Paiva Bakulataru Hi Asithai. He also explained, Gyano Purba Kathata Gyano Purbaka Kathata no Buchi like ତୁମେ କିଏ ତୁମର ସଂଯୋଗ କଣ ପାଇଁ ହେବ ବ୍ୟାକୁଳତା ବା ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ବା ସଂଯୋଗ ସ୍ଥାପନ କରିବାରେ ଅସୁବିଧା ହୁଏ. Then Puja Ma sang the Prarthana Sangita Holi Khalanti. Then the young aspirant session started with the Prarthana Sangita Boinshi Tumara Prabhu Kaha Pai Baje by Bhakti Ma. Then Swatima led the discussion in the young aspirant session. The young aspirant session was conducted with Bhava Vinimay by Parya Naitik. Then Parya Deva Bhai performed the Bhava Vinimay Seva followed by Nimantrana to Sri Sri Thakur for Madhyana Bhoga and evening puja. After that, Pratyush and Ipsitama invited Sri Thakur and all Bhaktas, Bhai, Maj and young aspirants to the next Sangha session to be held on 4th of April. Then Deva Bhai begged the forbidden ways to Sri Sri Thakur and all Bhaktas, Maj and young aspirants. The second session of the Sangha Puja was concluded by Vidya Bhattana by Gyana Bhai. Then asana was closed with Jai Guru Namakirtana and Pranama Gyana. Then Gyana Bhai took the attendance of all Bhais and Maj present for the puja. Then Bhoga was offered to Sri Thakur followed by Prasada. Sri Thakur Charanasthita Naitik and Deva Bhai. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Sadguru Nigamananda Devanka Pancha Sanyasini Mukhabandha page number 9 last paragraph. Sanyasini Gauri ବା ତଳଗଳା ପୂର୍ବ ସମୟରେ ଥିଲେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ମନ୍ତ୍ର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଡକ୍ଟର ରାଜଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଧରଙ୍କର ଜ୍ୟେଷ୍ଠ କନ୍ୟା ପରେ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ସ୍ୱରୂପାନନ୍ଦ ହେଲେ. ପିତାମାତା ଭାଇ ଭଗ୍ନୀଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସେ ଗେଣ୍ଡାରିଆ ଆଶ୍ରମକୁ ଆସି ସେବିକା ଜୀବନ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲେ. ମଠରେ ସେ ମୁଖ୍ୟତଃ ମା ଯୋଗମାୟା ଦେବୀଙ୍କର ସାହାଯ୍ୟକାରିଣୀ ଥିଲେ. ମା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଅଙ୍ଗ ଲାଗି ସେବା ଶିଖାଇଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେବା କରିବାର ସୁଯୋଗ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରୁଥିଲେ. ସେ ଜଣେ ବିଦୁଷୀ ଓ ପ୍ରତିଭାମୟୀ କିଶୋରୀ ଥିଲେ. ତାଙ୍କର କେତେକ ଉପାଦେୟ କବିତା ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଆର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଦର୍ପଣରେ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିଥିଲେ. ଆର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଦର୍ପଣ ସମ୍ପାଦନ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରୁଥିଲେ. ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଅନ୍ତର୍ଯାମୀ ପୁରୁଷ, ମୂଳ ଜଗତଗୁରୁ ତତ୍ତ୍ୱରେ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠିତ ଥିବାରୁ ପ୍ରତି ଜୀବର ଅନ୍ତରର ଖବର ସେ ଜାଣନ୍ତି. କିଏ କେଉଁଠାରୁ ଆସିଛି, କାହାର ଗତି କିପରି ହେବ, ସେ ସବୁ ତାଙ୍କର ସଦୂର ପ୍ରସାରୀ ସୂକ୍ଷ୍ମ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିର ପରିସର ଭିତରେ ଥାଏ. ଥରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ତଳଗଳା ମାଙ୍କ ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ମନ୍ତବ୍ୟ କରି କହିଥିଲେ, ତୈଳ ଅଷ୍ଟସଖୀଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରୁ ଜଣକଠାରେ ଲୀନ ହେବ, ଏହା ତାହାର ଶେଷ ଜନ୍ମ. ଅନ୍ୟତ୍ର କହିଥିଲେ, ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ଭାବରେ ଭଲ ପାଇବାକୁ ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଶିକ୍ଷା ଦେଇଛି. ଗୁରୁଦତ୍ତ ସାଧନ ମାର୍ଗରେ ତଳେତଳେ ମା କିପରି ନିଜକୁ ପରିଚାଳିତ କରିପାରିଥିଲେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ମନ୍ତବ୍ୟରୁ ତାହା ଜଣାପଡ଼େ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ସେ ମଧୁର ଭାବରେ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲେ। ଏହି ଭଲ ପାଇବା ତାଙ୍କର ପୂର୍ବ ଜନ୍ମର ସଂସ୍କାର ବୋଲି ପରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିଥିଲେ। ଯଥା ସମୟରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ଶିକ୍ଷା ଦେଇ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ନାମ ରଖିଥିଲେ ଗୌରୀ। ମାତ୍ର 18 ବର୍ଷ ବୟସରେ ସେ ଇହଲୋକରେ ଗୁରୁ ସେବା ସମାପ୍ତ କରି ନିଜ ଲୋକକୁ ଗମନ କଲେ। ସାନ ଭଉଣୀ ସୁରବଳା ମାଙ୍କୁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମୁକ୍ତି କରି ଗଢ଼ିବାରେ ଶୈଳ ମାଙ୍କର ଭୂମିକା ଅନ୍ୟସ୍ୱକାର୍ଯ୍ୟ। ଚିକିତ୍ସା ପାଇଁ କୁମିଲା ଯାତ୍ରା କରିବା ସମୟରେ ଭଉଣୀ ସହିତ ଅନ୍ତିମ ସାକ୍ଷାତ ବେଳେ ସେ ଆକୁଳ କଣ୍ଠରେ କହିଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ଯାଉଛି, ତୁ କେବେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡ଼ି ଯିବୁ ନାହିଁ। ତତେ ତଡ଼ିଦେଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଦ ଧରି ପଡ଼ି ରହିବୁ। ଅତି ଅଳ୍ପ ବୟସରୁ ମନ ଲାଖି ସେବା କରି ଗୁରୁଙ୍କୁ ସନ୍ତୁଷ୍ଟ କରିବାର ଜ୍ୱଳନ୍ତ ଉଦାହରଣ କିଶୋରୀ ସେବିକା ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସିନୀ ଗୌରୀ ବା ଶୈଳବାଳା। ଇହଲୋକର କର୍ମଶେଷରେ ସେ ପ୍ରେମ ସେବକର ଗତି ପଥରେ ନିତ୍ୟ ଲୋକକୁ ଗମନ କରିଥିଲେ। ସରୋଜମା ମଧ୍ୟ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ୟତମ ମନଲାଖି ସେବିକା ଥିଲେ। ବହୁ ଜନ୍ମର ସ୍ୱୀକୃତି ବଳରୁ ସରୋଜମା ନୀଳାଚଳ କୁଟୀରରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବାର ସୁଯୋଗ ଲାଭ କରିଥିଲେ। শ্রী ঠাকুর তাঁকু কহিলে, আমি এমন এক জনকে যাই যার আপনি ছাড়া কেউ থাকবে না, অর্থাৎ ମୁଁ ଏପରି ଜଣକୁ ଚାହେଁ ଯାହାର ମୋ ଛଡା ଆଉ କେହି ନଥିବେ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଏହି ବାକ୍ୟ କେବଳ ସରୋଜମାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଉଦ୍ଦିଷ୍ଟ ନୁହେଁ, ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଏହା ତାଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତରର ନିଗୁଢ ବାଣୀ। ଭଗବାନ ଚାହାନ୍ତି ଭକ୍ତ 16 ଅଣା ଭଲ ପାଇବା ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ 100ରୁ 100 ଭାଗ। ଶ୍ରୀମତୀ ରାଧାରାଣୀ କହୁଥିଲେ, ସବାର ଅଛି ତକତ ଯାହା ଆମର ଏକା ତୁମି, ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ସମସ୍ତେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ମୋର ଏକମାତ୍ର ତୁମେ। ଏହା ହିଁ ଭାବ ଜଗତର ସାର କଥା। ଭଗବାନ ଚାହାନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ ଭକ୍ତ ଅନ୍ତରରେ ତାଙ୍କ ବ୍ୟତୀତ ଅନ୍ୟ କିଛିର ଦାଗ ଟିକିଏ ପଡୁ। ସରୋଜମାଙ୍କର ଆଧାର ସେହିପରି ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ହୋଇ ନଥିଲେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ତାଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତରରେ ଗୋପନ କଥା ତାଙ୍କ ଆଗରେ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିନଥାନ୍ତେ। ଅନଧିକାରୀ ପାଖରେ ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରତତ୍ତ୍ୱ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିବା ତାଙ୍କ ପରି ମହାଜ୍ଞାନୀ ସଦ୍ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପକ୍ଷରେ କେବେ ବି ସମ୍ଭବ ନୁହେଁ। ସରୋଜମା ବାଲ୍ୟକାଳରୁ ପିତୃ ମାତୃ ହରା, ଶେଷରେ ଅଳ୍ପ ବୟସରେ ବିଧବା ହୋଇ ସଂସାରର ନାନାଦି ଦୁଃଖ କଷ୍ଟରେ ନିଷ୍ପେଷିତ ହୋଇ ସେ ଭଗବତ ରାଜ୍ୟକୁ ବାଟ ଖୋଜୁଥିଲେ। ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଅଶେଷ କୃପାରୁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସଦୃଶ ସଦ୍ଗୁରୁଙ୍କୁ ପାଇ ସେ ଯେପରି ନିଜର ସର୍ବସ୍ୱ ତାଙ୍କ ଶ୍ରୀଚରଣରେ ଢାଳି ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ସେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେହିପରି ରିକ୍ତ ହୃଦୟା ସେବିକାଟେ ପାଇ ତାଙ୍କର କରୁଣ ଦାନରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଶୂନ୍ୟ ହୃଦୟକୁ ପୁଣ୍ୟ କରି ଦେଇଥିଲେ। ସରୋଜମାଙ୍କର କଣ୍ଠସ୍ୱର ଅତି ମଧୁର ଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସମ୍ମୁଖରେ କେବେ ଗୀତ ଗାଉନଥିଲେ। ଦିନେ ମନ୍ଦିରର ଛାତ ଉପରେ ସେ ନିଜ ମନର ଆକୃତି ପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କୁ ନିବେଦନ କରିବା ସମୟରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ତାହା ଶୁଣିପାରି ଅତ୍ୟନ୍ତ ପ୍ରୀତ ହୋଇଥିଲେ। ଭାବଗ୍ରାହୀ କଣ୍ଠସ୍ୱର ନୁହେଁ, ତାଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତରର ଭାବରେ ମୁଗ୍ଧ ହୋଇଥିଲେ। ସରୋଜମା ଥିଲେ ସ୍ୱଳ୍ପବାକ୍, ନିରଳସ ନିରବ କର୍ମୀ ସେବିକାଟିଏ। ଭୋଗରନ୍ଧନ ଏବଂ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର ହସ୍ତକର୍ମରେ ସେ ନିପୁଣା ଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତରର ଭଗବତ ଅନୁରାଗ ଭାବ, ବିଷୟ ବିତୃଷ୍ଣା ଭାବ ସର୍ବୋପରି ସେବା ଭାବରେ ପ୍ରସନ୍ନ ହୋଇ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ତାଙ୍କୁ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ପ୍ରଦାନ ପୂର୍ବକ ନାମ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ଜୟା। ମାଙ୍କର ଜୟା ଓ ବିଜୟ ନାମରେ 2 ଜଣ ଅନ୍ତରଙ୍ଗ ସଖୀ ଥିଲେ। ସରୋଜମାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସେହି ଭାବ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରି ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ତାଙ୍କ ଭାବ ଅନୁଯାୟୀ ନାମ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଥିଲେ। ଗୁରୁପଦତ୍ତ ନାମ ତ ସାଧାରଣ ନାମ ନୁହେଁ, ତାହା ହେଉଛି ସ୍ୱରୂପର ପୂର୍ବଭାଷ। ତାଙ୍କ ବିଷୟ ପାଠ କଲେ ପାଠକମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ଅନେକ କଥା ଜାଣିପାରିବେ। ମା ସୁରବଳା ଦେବୀ 5 ବର୍ଷ ବୟସରେ ପରିବାର ସହିତ ଆସାମ ମଠକୁ ଆସିଥିଲେ। ବଡ ଭଉଣୀ ମା ଶୈଳବାଳାଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ସେ ଅନେକାଂଶରେ ପ୍ରଭାବିତ ହୋଇଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କର ଗୁରୁ ସେବା, ଗୁରୁ ନିର୍ଭରତା, ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଅଚଳ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ, ତାଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ ଉପଦେଶ ପ୍ରତି ଆନ୍ତରିକ ନିଷ୍ଠା ବାସ୍ତବିକ ଆମ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଆଦର୍ଶ। ନୀଳାଚଳ କୁଟୀରରେ ସେ ଥିଲେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପ୍ରଧାନ ସେବିକା। ଆସାମ ମଠରେ ଘଟିଥିବା ଅଗଣିତ ଘଟଣାବଳୀ ମଧ୍ୟରୁ ସେ ସୃଷ୍ଟିରୁ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରି ଯାହା ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିଛନ୍ତି, ସମଗ୍ର ଭକ୍ତ ସମାଜ ପାଇଁ ତାହା ଅମୂଲ୍ୟ ସମ୍ପଦ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଅନବଦ୍ୟ ଲୀଳା କାହାଣୀ, ଆସାମ ମଠର ଭୌଗୋଳିକ ପରିବେଶ, ମଠାଙ୍ଗନରେ ଗଠନ ପ୍ରଣାଳୀ ତଥା ମଠର ଇତିହାସ ଏକାଧାରାରେ ଏସବୁ କିଛି ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା ତାଙ୍କ ଲେଖାଟିଏ ପରିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ହୋଇ ରହିଛି। ବିଶେଷ ଭାବରେ ମଠରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଲୀଳାଖେଳା ବିଷୟରେ ତାଙ୍କର ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା ଅତ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସରସ ସୁନ୍ଦର ଜୀବନ୍ତ ଓ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କର ଆନନ୍ଦ ବିଧାୟକ ହୋଇଛି। ମଠରେ ଥିଲାବେଳେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ତାଙ୍କୁ ବିବାହ ଦେଇ ଚିରଦିନ ପାଇଁ ପୁରୀକୁ ଚାଲିଯିବେ ବୋଲି ଚିନ୍ତନ କରିଥିଲେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ସଂସାର ପ୍ରତି ଭୀଷଣ ଭୟ ଥିବାରୁ ମା ସେଥିପାଇଁ ରାଜି ହୋଇନଥିଲେ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର କହିଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ତ ସବୁଦିନ ରହିବି ନାହିଁ, ତୁ ଖାଇବୁ କଣ, ରହିବୁ କେମିତି? ମା କହିଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡି କେଉଁଠାକୁ ଯିବି ନାହିଁ। ଖାଇବାକୁ ନ ପାଇଲେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଘରେ ବାସନ ମାଜି ଖାଇବି ପଛେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ବିବାହ କରିବି ନାହିଁ। ତାଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତରର ଭାଷାରୁ ଗୋଟିଏ ଦିଗରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଗଭୀର ଭଲ ପାଇବା, ଅନ୍ୟ ଦିଗରେ ସଂସାର ପ୍ରତି ଭୀଷଣ ଭୟ ଓ ପ୍ରଚଣ୍ଡ ଅନାସକ୍ତି ସୁସ୍ପଷ୍ଟ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ସେ ଭଗବାନ ବୋଲି ବୁଝୁଥିଲେ। ପିତା ସ୍ୱରୂପାନନ୍ଦ ଓ ବଡ ଭଉଣୀ ସ୍ଥଳବେଳା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଏହି ଧାରଣା ଦେଇଥିଲେ। ଏହି ଧାରଣା ତାଙ୍କ ମନରେ ଏପରି ଗଭୀର ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଜନ୍ମାଇଥିଲେ ଯେ ସେ ଥରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିଥିଲେ, ଠାକୁର ଆପଣ ତ ଏଠାରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ବୈକୁଣ୍ଠ କଣ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଖାଲି ପଡ଼ିଛି? ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ନା ରେ, ମୁଁ ଏଠାରେ ଥାଇ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେଠାରେ ଅଛି। ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଭଗବତ ବୁଦ୍ଧି ନେଇ ମା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିବାରୁ ତାଙ୍କ ସେବାରେ ଅଲୌକିକତା ଫୁଟି ଉଠୁଥିଲା। ସେ କହୁଥିଲେ, ସେବା ଅନ୍ତରରେ ସ୍ଫୁର୍ତ୍ତି ପାଇଲେ ନବ ନବ ଭାବରେ ତାହା ବାହାରେ ପ୍ରକାଶ ପାଇଥାଏ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଶ୍ରୀଅଙ୍ଗ ଅତି କୋମଳ। ସେ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ତଳେ ହାତ ରଖି ଶୟନ କଲେ ହାତ ଲାଲ ହୋଇଯାଉଥିଲା। ମା ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟିଏ ଛୋଟ ନରମ ତକିଆ ତିଆରି କରୁଥିଲେ। ତକିଆଟି ତାଙ୍କ ହାତ ମାପରେ ତିଆରି ହୋଇଥିଲା। ହାତ ପାପୁଲିରେ ତକିଆଟି ରଖି ତା ଉପରେ କାନ ଓ ଗଣ୍ଡଦେଶ ରଖି ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଶୟନ କରୁଥିଲେ। ନୀଳାଚଳ କୁଟୀରରେ ଏବେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ବଡ ତକିଆ ପାଖରେ ସେହି କୁନି ତକିଆଟି ରହିଛି। ମା ତାର ନାମ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ସ୍ୱର୍ଣ୍ଣବାଲୁଚି। ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସୁଖ ସୁବିଧା ପାଇଁ ଏହିପରି ଅନେକ ସେବା ପ୍ରୟୋଜନ ମାପ ପୂରଣ ହେଉଥିଲା। ବିଚାରରେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଆଦର୍ଶ ପାଳନ ମାଙ୍କର ଅନ୍ୟ ଏକ ବିଶେଷତ୍ୱ। ଠାକୁର ଯାହା କହିଛନ୍ତି ତାହାର ବ୍ୟତିକ୍ରମ କଲେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମନ ଦୁଃଖ କରିବେ ବୋଲି ସେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ। ପ୍ରତି କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିବା ବେଳେ ସେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ଏଥିରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଖୁସି ହେବେ କି ନାହିଁ। ତାଙ୍କର ବସ୍ତ୍ର ପରିଧାନର ଶୈଳୀ ଥିଲା ଅତ୍ୟନ୍ତ ମାର୍ଜିତ ଓ ରୁଚିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ। ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିଲେ ମନେ ହୁଏ ସତେ ଯେପରି ଦେବୀ ଲଜ୍ଜା ରୂପେଣ ସଂସ୍ଥିତା।
ଯୋଉଠି ସରିବ ରଖିଦେବେ, ଟାଇମ ହେଇଗଲାଣି। ପାରାଗ୍ରାଫଟା ସାରି ଦେଇକି ରଖ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଭାଇ। ଆସାମ ମଠରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ସୁରଗଳା ମାଙ୍କୁ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ପ୍ରଦାନ ପୂର୍ବକ ନାମ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ସୁରଧୁନି। ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ପ୍ରଦାନ ବେଳେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗେରୁଆ ବସ୍ତ୍ର ଓ ରୁଦ୍ରାକ୍ଷମାଳା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଥିଲେ। ସେହି ଗୋଟିଏ ଦିନ ସେ ତାର ପରିଧାନ କରିଥିଲେ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶରେ ସେ ଆଉ କେବେ ସେହି ଗେରୁଆ ବସ୍ତ୍ର ପରିଧାନ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି। ଅନ୍ତରରେ ବୈରାଗ୍ୟ ନଥିଲେ ବାହାରେ ଗେରୁଆ ପିନ୍ଧିଲେ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସୀର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ସଫଳ ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ମା କେତେ ତ୍ୟାଗ ବୈରାଗ୍ୟରେ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠିତ ଥିଲେ ତାହା ତାଙ୍କର ଜୀବନ କଥା ପାଠ କଲେ ଭକ୍ତମାନେ ହୃଦୟଙ୍ଗମ କରିପାରିବେ। ଗୁରୁଦତ୍ତ ସେହି ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସର ସ୍ମାରକ ଚିହ୍ନ ସ୍ୱରୂପ ଗେରୁଆ ବସ୍ତ୍ର ଓ ରୁଦ୍ରାକ୍ଷ ମାଳାକୁ ମା ସାରା ଜୀବନ ସାଇତି ରଖିଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କର ମର ଶରୀରକୁ ସେଥିରେ ଆଚ୍ଛାଦିତ କରି ସଂସ୍କାର କରିବାକୁ କହିଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଅନୁଯାୟୀ ଏକାମ ସାରସ୍ୱତ ସଂଘ ଆସନ ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ସେ ଦେହ ରକ୍ଷା କରିବା ପରେ ସଂଘର ମା ମାନେ ଓ ତାଙ୍କର ସେବିକା ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେହି ଗେରୁଆ ବସ୍ତ୍ର ପିନ୍ଧାଇ ଦେଇ ମଠାରେ ଗୁରୁପଦତ ସିନ୍ଦୁର ବିନ୍ଦୁର ଟୀକା ଲଗାଇ ରୁଦ୍ରାକ୍ଷମାଳ ଗଳାରେ ଲମ୍ବାଇ ସଜାଇ ଦେଖି ମନେ ହେଉଥିଲା ସତେ ଯେପରି ସୀତାଟି ଏହି ସଂସ୍କାର ଚକ୍ରର ଭ୍ରମଣ ସମାପ୍ତି କରି ଜୀବ ବରଣରୁ ମୁକ୍ତ ହୋଇ ଶିବତ୍ୱ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତ ପୂର୍ବକ ଗୁରୁ ଗୃହକୁ ଯାତ୍ରା କରୁଛି। ଏଇଠି ରଖିଥିବା ଭାଇ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ରାଶି ପଢିଥିଲି ତା ଦେବି ଏଇଟା
ନାଇଁ ସରିଯିବ ମୁଖବନ୍ଧ, ତାହେଲେ ପଢି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ନହେଲେ ଥାଉ ପାରାଗ୍ରାଫଟା ପରେ ପଢିବା ନେକ୍ସଟ ଥର। ଟାଇମ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି।
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ପାରାରେ ସରିଯିବ ଭାଇ, ଏଇଟା ପୁରା
ସରିଯିବ। ଏତେ ସାରି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ତାହେଲେ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା। नहीं भाई 2 पेज अच्छी मुखबंध पाई
2 पेज जदि रखि दियंत आ फिर पैराग्राफ में पढुचंत बहुत टाइम मिललानी
आज्ञा भाई जय गुरु भाई सुना जाउची
आज्ञा
जय गुरु मोना बटोई मोना रे मोड़ी मोना बटोई मोना रे मोड़ी कौन हो जाए दे कौन हो जाए कौन हो जाए मोड़ा बटोई मोड़ा रे मोड़ी दुआर दुआर भूले पचारिले न पाए कोई दुआर दुआर भूले पचारिले न पाए कोई भाग्य तुम देखा गली पाई भाग्य तुम देखा गली पाई की दुआर खोला रखे दिलो मोरी बाटोई मोरी बाटोई मोड़ा बटोई मोड़ा रे मोड़ी मोड़ा बटोई मोड़ा रे मोड़ी कौन हो जाए दे कौन हो जाए सोहाग पखड़ा तुरे रखी मोते थोड़े बताइला सोहाग पखड़ा तुरे रखी मोते थोड़े बताइला अपना पड़ोरो तोरो तो से बुझाना भी चाहिए अपना पड़ोरो तोरो तो से बुझाना भी चाहिए चारू चौरानी मोथा लौटाई चारू चौरानी मोथा लौटाई जानती आँखें लोहा कला झाड़ी अपना हो जाए अपना हो जाए मोड़ा बटोई खाना रे मोड़ी मोड़ा बटोई घोड़ा रे मोड़ी कौन हो जाए दे ठिकाना जाई दे। काने के काहिला ठिकाना साबोरे खाई। काने के काहिला ठिकाना साबोरे खाई। हे प्राण ठाकुर दासना तुम्हारा रुआउड़ा नहीं। हे प्राण ठाकुर दासना तुम्हारा रुआउड़ा नहीं। तुमा पाई व्याकुल दावने। तुमा पाई व्याकुल दावने। सकाला भावा पूरे जाओ नाथ विरहरा गिरी गाई। विरहरा गिरी गाई। घोड़ा बंडोई मो घोड़ारे मोड़ी। घोड़ा बंडोई मो घोड़ारे मोड़ी। ठिकाना हो जाए दे। ठिकाना हो जाए दे। करुणा सागर लिंगोय मातरा मगुची हाथ पाई। करुणा सागर लिंगोय मातरा मगुची हाथ पाई। मिया प्रेम पासे बांधी दे। मिया प्रेम पासे बांधी दे। हीरा दस पड़े जाना करे प्रभु। दीदी ना लौटाए। दीदी ना लौटाए। दीदी ना लौटाए। घोड़ा बंडोई मो घोड़ा रे मोड़ी। घोड़ा बंडोई मो घोड़ा रे मोड़ी। ठिकाना हो जाए दे। ठिकाना हो जाए दे। जाएंगे ठिकाना हो जाएंगे बटोरी दोनार पकड़ी दुआर दुआर भूले पचड़िले की न पाएंगे कोई दुआर दुआर भूले पचड़िले की न पाएंगे कोई भाग्य तुम्हारे खाने पाए भाग्य तुम्हारे खाने पाए छाते की द्वारा खोला रखेगा सारी बातों सारी बातों सारी बातों घोड़ारे पकड़ी घोड़ा बंदूरी घोड़ारे पकड़ी ठिकाना हो जाए दे ठिकाना हो जाए ठिकाना हो जाए ठिकाना हो जाए Jai Guru, Saraswata chapter 17 continues. In simple words, just like the loving mother is always anxious for her child, or a devoted wife for her husband, and a miser for his wealth, similarly, when one relinquishes all materialistic thoughts and contemplates only on God, it is called devotion. Devotion is of two types, Saguna and Nirguna. The devotion which is focused on the fulfillment of self-desire, that is to harm others or is with the intent of acquiring recognition, fame, reputation, prestige, wealth, or acting with the intent of reducing the effect of past karma, is called Sakkama Bhakti. It is also called Saguna Bhakti. When all the inner propensities are directed towards God, other senses do not become dormant. They are all propelled by the mind into the service of God based on their nature. Focusing all the senses on the perpetual service of God is called Nirguna Bhakti. Nirguna Bhakti is also categorized into two parts. The first one is Aishwarya Jnanamishra, devotion mingled with the sense of greatness of God, and the second one is Kebala or Raganuga. These love only for God. The knowledge of God's greatness strings the affection. Therefore, Kebala or Raganuga Bhakti is superior to Aishwarya Jnanamishra Bhakti. Conducting spiritual practices based on the scriptures and associated with the fear is called Vaidhi Bhakti. Moreover, conducting spiritual practices in the scripted way that are linked to greed is called Vaidhi Bhakti. Worshipping God, emulating the loving behavior of Brajavasi devotees is called Raganuga Bhakti. Through the practice of Raganuga Bhakti, as one matures, he acquires the eligibility of Bhava Bhakti. Jai Guru.
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ସମୟ ବେଶୀ ନାହିଁ 3 ମିନିଟ୍ ଖଣ୍ଡେ ଅଛି ତେବେ ଗଲାଥରକ ମୁଁ ଯେଉଁ ସଂଘର୍ଷ କହୁନି ଗଲାଥର ଆମର ସୁବିଧା ଯେ ପଚାରିଲେ ମାୟା ଆଉ ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ବିଷୟରେ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସଟା ସେଥିରେ ଆହୁରି ଗୁଡ଼ାଏ ବାକି ରହିଯାଇଥିଲା ତାକୁ ଟିକେ କ୍ଲାରିଫାଏ କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି we still will not have time. We'll come back and continue next time. I get a chance. ସେଟାକୁ ଆମ ଚାରିଟା କଥା କହିଥିଲି ମୁଁ ଚାରି ପ୍ରକାର ମାୟାର ଚାରିଟା ସ୍ତର କହିଥିଲି। ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଯୋଗ ମାୟା, ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ମହାମାୟା, ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟା ଯାହାକୁ ସାଧାରଣ ମାୟା ବୋଲି କହୁଛୁ ଆମେ, ଆଉ ହେଲା ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟା। ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟାଟା ହେଲା ବେଷ୍ଟି ସ୍ତରରେ ସାଧାରଣ ଜୀବକୁ ପ୍ରତି ଜୀବକୁ ସେମାନେ ଆଚରଣକୁ ରଖିଛି, ଆବରିତ କରି ରଖିଛି ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟା। ଆଉ ତା ନେକ୍ସଟ ଲେବୁଲ ହେଲା ବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟା। ମାନେ ସବୁ ଯାକ ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟାର ସମଷ୍ଟି ହେଲା ବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟା, ଯାହାକୁ ସାଧାରଣତଃ ମାୟା ବୋଲି କହୁଛୁ। ଡିଫରେନ୍ସଟା ହେଉଛି ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟାର ବିନାଶ ଅଛି, ବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟାର ରେଗୁଲାର ମାୟାର ବିନାଶ ନାହିଁ, ମାୟାର ଧ୍ୱଂସ ନାହିଁ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଠାକୁର କହିଛନ୍ତି ସତ୍ ଅସତ୍ ଅତିରିକ୍ତ ଏକ ଅନିର୍ବାଚନୀୟ ବସ୍ତୁ ମାୟା। ସତ୍ୟ ଅସତ୍ୟ ନୁହେଁ, ମିଥ୍ୟା ନୁହେଁ, ସତ୍ୟ ନୁହେଁ, ଅନିର୍ବାଚନୀୟ ବସ୍ତୁ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଅବିଦ୍ୟା କହିଦେଉଛି ତାକୁ ମାନେ ୱିଥ୍ ସମ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ ଟୁ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲେନ୍। ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମାୟା ଧ୍ୱଂସ, ମାୟାର ଧ୍ୱଂସ ନାହିଁ। ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ପଲ ଦଉଛି। ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ ନେବରହୁଡରେ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାବେଳେ ପାୱାର ଆଉଟ୍ ହେଇଗଲା। ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଘର ଅନ୍ଧାର, ମୋ ଘର ଅନ୍ଧାର, ମୋ ପଡ଼ିଶା ଘର ଅନ୍ଧାର, ଏପଟ ପଡ଼ିଶା ଘର ଅନ୍ଧାର, ନେବରହୁଡଟା ଅନ୍ଧାର। ମୋ ଘର ଭିତରେ ଯେତେ ଅନ୍ଧାର, ମୋ ପଡ଼ିଶା ଘର ଭିତରେ ସେଇ ଅନ୍ଧାର, ବାହାର ନେବରହୁଡ ସେ ଅନ୍ଧାର, ସମାନ। ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆପଣ ଚିନ୍ତା ପୁରା ଯୋଉ ପାଇଁ କମ୍ବାଇନ୍ ଅନ୍ଧାର ଧରନ୍ତୁ ମାୟା। ତାପରେ ମୋ ନେବରହୁଡ, ମୋ ଘରେ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଡୋର ଚଳେଇଲି, ମୋ ଘର ଲାଇଟ୍ ଥିଲା ବଟ୍ ତା ଡଜନ୍ ଲାଇଟ୍। ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ଅବିଦ୍ୟାର ବିନାଶ ହେଲେ ମାୟାର ବିନାଶ ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ମାୟାଟା ରହିବ ହିଁ ରହିବ। କିନ୍ତୁ ମାନେ ମାନେ ମାୟାର ବିନାଶ ନାହିଁ। ତାକୁ ଗୀତାରେ କୁହାଯାଇଛି ସେଟା ପ୍ରକୃତି ପୁରୁଷ ଚାହିଁବ ବିଧି ଅନାଦି ଉଭାବତୀ। ପ୍ରକୃତି ଯୋଉଟା ମାୟା ଆଉ ପୁରୁଷ ତାକୁ ଅନୁଭୂତି ବୋଲି ଜାଣିବ, ମାନେ ଆଙ୍କର ବିଗିନିଂ ନାହିଁ କିମ୍ବା ଏଣ୍ଡ ମଧ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ। ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଯେ ମାୟାର ବିନାଶ ନାହିଁ। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଲେବୁଲ ହେଲା କ'ଣ ନା ତାଙ୍କର ନେକ୍ସଟ ହେଲା ଯେ ମହାମାୟା। ଆମର ଚଣ୍ଡୀରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଅଛି ଯେ ତଥାପି ମମତା ବର୍ଷେ ମୋହ ବର୍ଷେ ନିପତିତା ମହାମାୟା ପ୍ରଭାବେନ ସଂସାର ସ୍ଥିତିକାଳୀନ। ଥାର୍ଡ ଲେବୁଲ ଯେ ମହାମାୟାଟା କ'ଣ ହେଲେ ନା ମହାମାୟା ଯିଏକି ଜଗତର ସୃଷ୍ଟି ସ୍ଥିତି ପ୍ରଳୟକାଳୀ ଶକ୍ତି। ହଁ, ସେଟା ଥାର୍ଡ ଲେବୁଲଟା। ଆଉ ତାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଆମର ସବୁ ଯାଙ୍କର ଅବିଦ୍ୟା ମିଶିଲେ ମାୟା, ଆଉ ସବୁ ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଣ୍ଡର ମାୟା ମିଶିଲେ ସିଏ ହେଲେ ମହାମାୟା। ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଣ୍ଡ ମାୟା ମିଶିଯିବ ସେଇଟା ହେଲେ ମହାମାୟା। ଆଉ ମହାମାୟାଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଯୋଗମାୟା। ଯୋଗମାୟା ହେଲେ ଏଗେନ୍ ଯୋଗମାୟା ଇକ୍ୱାଲ୍ସ ଟୁ ମହାମାୟା ଯୁକ୍ତ ମାୟା ଯୁକ୍ତ ଅବିଦ୍ୟା, ସବୁ ଯାକ ମିଶିଗଲେ ଯୋଗମାୟା। ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଚାରିଟା ଲେବୁଲ କଥା ଏନିୱେ ଟାଇମ୍ ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ପରେ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିବା। 10ଟା ହେଇଗଲା, 11ଟା ହେଇଗଲାଣି ଇଷ୍ଟର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଟାଇମ୍। ଜୟ।
Anik ଅଛି ଆଜି young aspirants ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା। Anik when you are ready. ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। Anik।
आँखी मेरी चांद हुए थारा तेरी गाना सुना बादशाना तेरी गाना सुना बादशाना खारा माया खारा पासे आखिरे मुतोरा कारे आरा आखी मेरी हुए थारा साताना एता तुझे आना तुरे साताना एता तुझे आना आखा स्वासा दी कारे कोला राखा विश्वासा दी कारे कोला पासे आखिरे मुतोरा काजे डारा मुदा आखी मेरी हुए थारा पासे आखिरे मुतोरा कारे डारा मुदा आखी मेरी हुए थारा मुदा आखी मेरी हुए थारा
Joy Guru young aspirants, this is Bijoy Bhai wishing you Joy Guru. Today we are focusing on the youngest of the young aspirants. And you know how in school you have your regular teacher and then sometimes you have your substitute teacher. And today is more like a substitute teacher day. So maybe you can tell me what happens when you have somebody a substitute teacher day. It's more like fun, it's more relaxed. So likewise we will consider this as a substitute teacher day. So Joy Guru everybody, let me start with your attendance. Just a Joy Guru after I call your name and then we will proceed with our puja, with our session. Aditi, Babli.
Joy Guru Bhai.
Joy Guru Ma. Adhyasha. Aishi, Nishi.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Ma. Anik.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Babu. Ans.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Babu. Anso Babu.
Bhai Joy Guru se gaadu asuchi.
Again. Joy Guru. Arnav. Jeet Babu.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Babu. Adam.
Joy Guru bhai join karne. Aru saran join karne.
Again. Aryan.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Babu. Jemuma. Ashmita.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Ma. Dan Babu. Divyam.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru Babu. Timi. Divyansh.
Joy Guru.
Joy Guru. Eva.
Joy Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Ma. Jagrat.
Rajama.
Jai Guru Babu. Naitik.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Babu. Pratyusha.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Ma. Pratyush.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Babu. Stanvi.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Saraswat. Saraswat Babu.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai. Sarthak.
Jai Guru Bhai से join करना.
Again.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Ma. Bhakti. Shashwat.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Babu. Shilpi. Shilpi Ma. Shreya Ma. Annie.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Ma. Shreyasi. Manu.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Triyansh. Jimmy.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru Babu. Simran.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Srija. No.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Suhan. Suhan.
Guru.
Jai Guru. Yukta.
Jai Guru Bhai.
Jai Guru Ma. Jai Guru, everybody. Say Jai Guru one more time with me, please. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai Guru.
So wonderful to hear your voice. And we'll start normally like we do with Anik, who sang such a beautiful prayer song today, to explain in his own words what he understood by the song, what it meant to him. Anik?
Jai Guru. This song has a very important meaning. As Thakur is always there for us, so we should not be afraid of anything or anyone. At the time of happiness or sorrow, He'll definitely come for us, but we need to have faith.
So, I think we'll build upon this statement and this song that Thakur is there always for us, and he will come for us when we need him. We can, we should just keep our faith, right? I think we'll build upon that. And I told you that today I'm going to promise myself and you, next time I have an opportunity to offer this seva, I will give you something in writing for you to think about. I was forming my thoughts for the last 2 days and saying, what am I going to discuss with the young aspirants? I was preparing for this session, but I should have written something. I just didn't have enough to write about. But I'm going to build upon what we had talked the last time I had a chance to, interact with the youngest of the young aspirants. And that was, how do we start our day and how do we strengthen our bond with our Thakur? So we had talked about starting the day when we open our eyes, when we become conscious that we are awake, is to acknowledge Thakur. That's the first thing we do. And we remember him, we acknowledge Thakur as our Guru and express our, silently in your own way, you express your gratitude, do a pranam to Thakur. So that's how we acknowledge Thakur every day, at the beginning of every day. Then we talked about, accepting him as part of our life. So each of you can have your own way of demonstrating how you accept him as part of your life. And most of us have, a prayer room or a place where we have a place for Thakur, where we bow down to him, we offer puja, or we sing our Surta Bandhana in the morning and the evening. So normally we offer prayers there. If you have flowers in the house, you take a flower and offer it to him. But we bow down to him and say a prayer. So that is one way of accepting him in our life and also acknowledging and accepting him as part of our family. The other thing that I shared with you, this is more personal, that my mother had taught me, is to tell first tell your parents when you are going out somewhere, say goodbye, give them a hug. Likewise, you also should do the same thing with Thakura because he is very much part of your family. He is very much part of your life. And, so you can also do the same thing when you leave home for school or somewhere. Just tell Thakura that I'm going to school in the afternoon. And when you come back, it's a nice way to, again, like you tell your parents, I'm back. You can also tell Thakura that you are back, and you might be able to say bow down to him. And we'll talk about why this is something that helps you. It has helped me, and how it will help you. Probably, it's something if you like, you may want to adopt that. So we have acknowledgement, and through the day we have ways to accept Thakura. And the other way is to join the evening prayer when everybody assembles at home and offer to do something to help to participate in the prayer. You might want to help your dad or mom, or if there is a specific task, or you might read a paragraph from the book that you have that is appropriate for you, and that is becoming again accepting, making part of Thakura part of your daily life. So acceptance, and then at the end of the day, again you express gratitude. So you acknowledge Thakura before you go to sleep. Normally, you can kneel down by the side of your bed, and or mentally when you go to bed, remember Thakura and to say thank you to Thakura. All this is going to help you in your path to have Thakura in your life. So this session is going to be a little different in the sense that you'll also learn a little bit about English. Each word, what do they mean? We tend to, when it is translated, use words loosely of meaning something, but and then forget that the words may have a different implication. So we will talk about that. What I had in mind, and I want to see how you will react, you will respond to it. I had in mind when we were calling your session Children's Sangha, and when the kids became a little older, they didn't want to be called children anymore. The Sangha was not children because they were now becoming young adults. So the adults did not tell what the name of this portion of our session Sangha would be. We gave it to the young aspirants, the younger people. And the younger people among the Sangha, they came up with the name of young aspirants. Okay, young aspirants. So I want to know what it means to you, and I'll tell you because it's a wonderful name, and again, Thakura's blessing that we call ourselves this session as young aspirants. Everybody is a young aspirant because so it allows us. We are children of Thakura. So when you are a children of Thakura, you are always like a child, like young in front of Thakura. So that's how we came up with ideas of calling some of us as older young aspirants, then young aspirants, and today I call you all the younger of the young aspirants. So we are all young aspirants together, trying to understand, know more about our belief, and then strengthen in our faith. So we got faith, we got belief. If we have time, we will talk about it. So what does it mean to be an aspirant? What does it mean to be a young aspirant? What are you aspiring towards? So if I'll ask, maybe call one person to, talk about it, and then see how others will join in terms of what aspirant, what are we aspiring towards in this Sangha, through your association with this Sangha, what are you aspiring towards? Pratyusha?
Jagru, can you please repeat the question?
As young aspirants, what are we aspiring towards? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to achieve? What is it that across teachings or your discussion in the family that you are aspiring towards achieving?
I'm trying to be like clear, being honest.
Would you repeat that, Ma, one more time, if you don't mind?
I'm trying to be clear, very kind and caring.
To be a caring person. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I want to open it up to others to be able to also reflect upon what are we trying to aspire towards. Yuktama?
Jagmoon, one of the things that I'm trying to accomplish is trying to make mine and everybody else's quality of life better. Jagmoon.
The quality of life better. Can you tell a little more? Give one example of what could be an example of making quality life better.
Jagmoon, I'd say making everybody more hopeful, especially in times like this, since COVID's going around. Jagmoon.
Wonderful. That's a very good example. That making people more hopeful in times of uncertainty, in times of anguish. If there is something that you can do to make people more hopeful, that is, and that will improve quality of life, and that's something that we should be doing, because one of the teachings of Thakur is to be of use, be helpful to others, and so that's one way of saying how we can aspire to be better, different. Ans Babu?
What I mostly try to aspire for and try to achieve is just long-term happiness and just to be a morally good person, no matter what the situation is.
Wonderful. That's so nice to be that you want to be, develop morally, to be a good person, and to be more happy in life. And that's what Thakur wants to see happy. Thakur wants us to be. In fact, one of the main teachings of Thakur is try to be a good human. Try to be happy in life and try to help others be happy in life. How nice. This is really good that we are able to articulate, we are able to say what it means to us. Mishima, Aishi, what does it mean to you?
Jaigu, it means to me to be a good human being and be happy, Jaigu, and help others.
Repeat that last part, Ma.
Jaigu, I want to be a good human being and be happy and help others and make them happy, Jaigu.
Yes, that is the essence of being a young aspirant. That's the essence of, in this, what we learn and our association with Thakura, with our own Sangha. Aditi Ma, Babli.
Jaguru, can you please repeat the question?
Aditi Ma is that we call ourselves young aspirants, meaning we're trying to achieve something, to get something in our life through our association with our Sangha. And every Sunday when we meet on the young aspirants, what are we aspiring towards? What are we trying to get or trying to achieve?
Jagger, what we're trying to achieve is that we are all trying to become a better person by reading Thakura's books and learning about what Thakura's teachings.
Yes, we read Thakura's books, we learn more about Thakura's teachings. Thakura's teachings are going to be a powerful force in our life that is going to transform us in a positive manner. We just don't read for the sake of reading. we try to assimilate, we try to understand and try to embrace Thakura's teaching in terms of what we do and don't do so that we live a good life, we are good people. I'm going to stop calling names here and see if maybe one more, and then I will see if others want to say something. Arnab, Jeet Babu.
Jai Guru, so I think everyone is trying to achieve is like becoming like a better human being and like doing what Thakura says and like sitting in Thakura's prayers.
Yes, we Thakura prayer and we follow what Thakura tells us to do. That's wonderful. Anyone else? I'm going to now ask people to volunteer to tell. I'm not going to call names anymore.
Jai Guru.
Introduce yourself. Tell your name and then say.
This is Shayasi.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we should always be focused on like doing Thakura Seva and helping others and being good human being and following what Thakura asks us to do. Jai Guru.
Yes, to follow what Thakura asks us to do. And then the Seva has various levels. You do Seva, at home, family. When you are helping your parents do something, that is also Seva. When you are helping your sibling, that is also Seva. Because, your home is also an ashram. And then when you come to ashram or on Sunday, when you are joining the young aspirant session and you volunteer to do something, you sing, you participate, that is Seva. And then you also do Seva outside the fold of the ashram when you are doing something to help a friend, when you are helping your teacher or you're helping your neighbor, you're helping somebody cross the road, you're helping somebody, when they can't do something on their own, that is also Seva. So that's what Thakura, our teaching is to be helpful to others and then leave it to Thakura to take care of our life and take care of what is good for us. We should just continue to do good for others. So with that, anyone else? Normally Srijama says something. Srijama?
Okay, Guru. If I want to accomplish, I would accomplish to do more Seva. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, I want to do more Seva. How about Jimmy Babu?
Jai Guru, what was the question again?
The question is, as young aspirants, what are we trying to achieve? What is it that we are trying to get?
We are trying to achieve like how to like learn some Thakura and like know Thakura, like how he is in his blessings and like how to like achieve the right path.
Good, very good, very good. Let me, the little time that we have, I want you to build upon or think about everything that you have said and what it means to us as we travel on this journey as young aspirants. I was reading, I had read before, but I wanted to read a little more to prepare for this session. And Thakura is saying in one of his, in the book, scripture, Thakura is saying that everybody who is my disciple is not necessarily my devotee. So he's saying everybody who is my disciple is not necessarily already a devotee. You have to work towards, or you have to progress in your faith to be a devotee. And something very more interesting is, very strong, that somebody who does not know that they are my disciple
but they are following my teaching. They are doing good deeds in their life. They could be my devotee also. So that's a very powerful statement about the difference between a disciple and devotee. And that makes me think that when we join our Sangha, when we join as young aspirants, when your parents ask you to do something and you apply for Parichaya Patra, you apply to read, you do a Seva, they're helping you in your path, in your journey to be a devotee. But you start as a disciple of Thakur Nityananda. You start as a disciple. It's only when you embrace the teachings of Thakur, when in your action, in your doing, that you reflect Thakur's teaching, you accept Thakur's teaching, it shows or it becomes very evident, it becomes very plain and simple that you are living Thakur's teachings, then only when you become a devotee. So that's, I thought I would reflect upon a saying of Thakur, being a disciple and a devotee. The other thing that came to my mind is that what is the difference, say, between faith and belief? Today in the Sangha, even in the last Saraswata that we read in the regular Sangha, the adult Sangha, we talked about many types of bhakti, many types of bhakti. And so on the same vein, I told you we'll look at some words and if there is a difference, so that will help us understand and, in our young aspirant sessions. The difference between, let's say, your faith and your belief. Faith is, belief is something that you acquire through reading, through understanding, by discussing. So even in this session, you're as a disciple, you gain in your belief or belief system, no more. But it's only when you accept Thakur and act on your beliefs in terms of Thakur's teaching, then only it becomes your faith. So try to see if you agree with me or not, and I will pause a little to see if somebody else wants to add to it. So when I told you that, let's say you're going to help somebody cross a road, an older gentleman or an older lady who is having difficulty crossing the road, and you want to help them cross the road. So your belief is that you want to help others. That's part of your belief. But when you act on that belief to help them cross the road, you are demonstrating your faith. So faith is something that you have it in you, and as you are part of this Sangha and progressing, your faith is becoming stronger or more sustained, more sure, because you are going to act on your faith. And to act on your faith, you constantly try to understand more and understand better so that you know what you believe in. So you can say all the things that you believe in, but you cannot say all the things that in terms of your faith. It's either there or not there, or it is there this way, it's not there that way. So faith is something that comes, that's when you become a devotee. When there is surrender, there is acceptance of Thakur in your life. When you surrender your will to Thakur, that's when there is faith. And all the things that we discuss in our Sangha, when you read, when you gather, that is everything in terms of your belief system. And then someday, probably we will talk a little more about the things that we do during our puja. How do they help? The rituals, the things, they just make it easier for us to form good habits. And as we do progress on these good habits, it becomes easier for us when you young aspirants will grow up. Now you are doing what mom and dad are asking you to do because you have trust in your parents. You know they love you. And then you do the things, but a time will come, and I'm seeing in the United States it's coming more. When growing up in India, we did not question, we did not ask so much because we didn't have that much information. We did not have internet then. We could not gather information on our own. So probably in high school or little after high school is when we started experimenting, trying to find who we are and our own way and differ a little bit, move away from our parents and form our own belief system. But in the United States, I'm finding that, and then some of the young aspirants may want to reflect upon it one day, that you are becoming your own person a little more earlier. And probably in middle school is when you are trying to form who you are and try to distance yourself a little from what you have been taught and which has become habit for you. And this is important because when you are used to a way of living, when you have your belief system and when you have your faith, it helps you to be the person that you become or you want to be, and your habit becomes your discipline. The difference between habit and discipline is habit is something that is sort of enforced. Discipline is something that you embrace yourself. So having habits makes your discipline easier. Habits don't have any choice or any quality to them. You just do them. But when you are disciplined to do something, you are doing that of choice, and it becomes your own. My hope is that by becoming part of our Sangha, you will develop habits which will help you to have more discipline that you will choose in terms of what you want to become, want to do. Like many of you told today, how are you going to aspire to be a better person, aspire and achieve something in your life. And that is the best way for us to be a devotee of Thakur Nigamananda. That is just mine, because I am like you, at the very rudimentary, very simple ways I'm trying to find out my relationship with my Thakur. So each of you hopefully have brought something today that will help you a little bit think about how can I aspire to grow in my faith and my belief system through my understanding of Thakur's teaching so that I can be a better human being. So that's all for me today, and then we will go for Bhava Vinimay. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru Sri Thakura, all Bhai and different. Today I have Bhava Vinimay Sangha. Every morning and evening during puja, I read the Swami Nigamananda Young Reader's book. From that, I learned how great Thakura was and how hard he was to find answers to all his questions he had. He never gave up. I really want to be like him, kind, caring, and honest. During this COVID-19 pandemic, I hope everyone here is safe and sound. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru Babu.
Jai Guru. Aji moro Bhava Vinimay Seva achi. Aji the YS session, I thought it was meant more for me than the younger aspirants. I feel I'm the youngest among everyone. I really liked Bhai Jonta Bujhele between faith and belief. ସବୁଥର ଭାବେ ବାପ ବିନିମୟ ଟାଇମରେ I somehow ମୋ ଆଗରୁ ଭାବିଥାଏ I'll say something and I won't cry, but every time I don't know why I end up crying, and whatever I have thought of talking about, I never do that. Aji ଏବେ ଯୋଉଟା ବିଜୟ ଭାଇ ବୁଝାଉଥିଲେ faith and belief, I felt that is what that is totally applicable to me. I know that ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଉପରେ ସମର୍ପଣ କଲେ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ things will fall in place and everything happens. Whatever he would want, that will happen, and whatever result comes, it is because of him, and good or bad, it doesn't affect you. But this is samarpana bhava, that faith hasn't, I feel it hasn't come to me. Samarpana bhava hasn't come. Just a small example, last year, I mean, during this COVID time, last year, I'm always worried about my mom, auntie and all. But so my bada auntie was right ghare, and during this COVID times, my bada auntie every day they used to sit together, watch TV and all, and काफी time spent करते हैं कसम. So last October, suddenly my bada को COVID हला, and it's severe. She had to be hospitalized, and of course Ma was exposed, and I was really worried, because what if something happens when then and because of COVID, it's difficult to ask relatives also to take care of her and all. I was very stressed, and Ma bhi bahut she was disturbed, and she said hijabs and all. So finally, I think after a week or two, and I could not sleep that during those times, and finally after a week or so, I thought कि मैं कैसे ठीक करूँ, क्या करूँगा तो whatever happens will happen. So horrible, and ठाकुरों कहले ऐसा बनो तो समाओ माइंड कटिके रिलैक्स हुआ, and माँ को भी समझते हुआ अच्छे बेरो मुश्किल है मैं कब दिन को फोन करते हैं. Thankfully after 2 to 3 weeks she hilani, and she never went for that test, but such a ठाकुरों का दया she has been all okay. My bada after a month or 2 months she came back home, and then Ma also started feeling better, and now things are back to normal. ठाकुरों के प्रार्थना करते समर्पण भावता better and better, because I seriously actually I get stressed for a lot of things without even thinking he's there to take care of things.
Pratyush, you have to invite for
Jaguru?
Yeah. मैं ये कर दिया था, invite करो जाते हैं.
Jaguru, I invite Shri Shri Thakura for Madhyana Bhoga and evening puja to be held at an Islam. Jaguru.
Jaguru, I invite Shri Shri Thakura and all young aspirants to next puja session on April 11, 2021, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Jaguru. Jai
Guru. Pranara Thakura. भाई माँ मैंने पिला मैंने आसंता संघ पूजा 11 तारिख एप्रिल रे मोर पाली अच्छी से पूजा ठाकुर आपण को भाई माँ मैंने पिला मैंने समस्त को निमंत्रण करुच्ची पूजा समय उपस्थित रही ठाकुर आमको आपण अमीय बाणी शुणाई कृतार्थ करेंगे। अधिवास 10 तारिख से दिन आमर नॉर्थ कैरोलिना पाठचक्र अधिवेशन भी अनुष्ठित हो समस्त को मु निमंत्रण जनाऊँ। जय गुरु। माँ त्रुटि विच्युति।
जय गुरु। आज पूजा जानतर अजाणतर बहुत त्रुटि जहाँ से सब पालिया मान तरफ प्रत्युष आम तरफ ठाकुर को समस्त भक्त भाई और माँ फ्रेंड्स पाखु आम क्षमा प्रार्थना कर।
दासी प्रार्थना पूर्ण करो तब पदे मतिरति सदा जेन तब पद हति जेन दूरे नहीं যখন যে ভাবে থাকি তব গুণ গায় নিবারিতে নারী কব কুমতি প্রবণ কৃপনা করে দাও হে দেব পর নিন্দা পর চর্চা হতে রাখো দূরে তব গুণ গাথা যেন সুরে অহংকার অভিমান কিছুতে না যায় করুণার দাস করে রাখো রাঙ্গা পায় বিষয়ে সহজে হয় আসক্তি যে দেবদিত মাতে যেন লিপ্ত থাকে মন লোকমান্য নাই যায় করদিন দীননাথ সহৃদে পুরাইল দিন অসংখ্য আমার ত্রুটি করে সংশোধন ত্রিতীর্থ রহি দাসে এই অকিঞ্চন অসংখ্য আমার ত্রুটি করে সংশোধন ত্রিতীর্থ রহি দাসে এই অকিঞ্চন জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
जय गुरु हमरो अटेंडेंस नबा अजित भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु अमिताभ भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु पद्मिनी भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु अंजना भाई
भाई जय गुरु
अनूप भाई
जय
गुरु श्वेता भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु अश्विनी भाई
जय
गुरु संगमित्रा भाई
जय
गुरु बरोदा भाई
भाई जय गुरु भाई आज बसी ना पूजा भाई ना घरे
अच्छा अच्छा सोनिया माँ जय गुरु विजय भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु विनय भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु अरु भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु विश्वजित बेरा भाई
जय
जय
गुरु
गुरु विश्वजित पत्ती भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु विश्वजित राय भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु स्मिता राय भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु विश्वरंजन भाई जय गुरु लिपिका माँ
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु ब्रज भाई
जय
गुरु रश्मि पंडा भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु बुंदान भाई
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु पद्मा माँ
जय गुरु भाई
जय गुरु चिन्मयी माँ
भाई जय गुरु
देव भाई